What's going on, everyone? My name is Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Blazing Emerald, and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon Blazing Emerald with only shiny Pokemon? A bit of a different title. You guys click on the video anyway. So essentially we're just on Blazing Emerald doing a shiny only challenge. Now I want to preface this game, the shiny odds are a bit higher than normal. I think it's 1 in 1,000 instead of 1 in 8,000, something like that. So it is easier to find shinies, but it is still not the easiest thing to go through it. So I want to preface that. I also want to run down the rules real quick. Rules are I cannot use items inside a battle. They actually don't even let me use items inside a battle. So it's kind of like just like Radical Red. I can't even switch out my Pokemon because I'm playing on set mode. And as well, the most important rule, each of my Pokemon will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments. So thank you so much for leaving a comment of a nickname in the previous challenge video. Here are the comments I picked out. If you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my challenge video, just drop in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. While you're down there commenting down a nickname, please leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas as well, or other ROM hacks, because people be like, you only do Radical Red. Nope, I'm doing something else, and then I'm going back to Radical Red. And don't forget to subscribe if you guys are not already. It'll greatly help my channel. Anyways, let's get into video itself. Now to start off, obviously we are going to get into Professor Birch's bag. Now there are 3 unique starters that are not Trico, Mudkip, and Torchic. It is actually Clefairy, Eevee, and Pikachu. Now one of these 3 Pokemon will be your starter of this game. And to save time, instead of just going back and forth to click on a certain Pokemon, which can go with Eevee because it's the quickest choice. So just click A rapidly and reset if it's not a shiny. And while we're encountering this, unfortunately, we actually found ourselves a shiny Pokemon, but it's not an Eevee. We found ourselves a shiny Zigzagoon, and I'm so frustrated. So I took my anger out on the Zigzagoon and just put it out of his misery. Kept continuing on resetting. Eventually after I believe 45 minutes to an hour later, we finally get the shiny Eevee, the silver Eevee we get, and we put down the Zigzagoon. So that is our first shiny Pokemon of this game. We're gonna try to fill out a whole team of this in Blazing Emerald, so buckle up. Anyways, we're gonna go north of this and beat down May. For some reason, May has a Squirtle in this game. I'm not too sure why, because it makes more sense if she has a Torchic, because she's all about having a Blaziken. Anyways, going to Petalburg City, we are going to go through the catching tutorial and all that, and then head into Petalburg Forest next. Now, I do understand that the first gym in this game is a Rock-type gym leader. I want to prepare myself for the worst, and of course, I just want to, I just want to look around in the grass. Hopefully I can find a shiny. It takes a little bit longer, but we finally get a shiny Pokemon out of this. We're able to find ourselves a shiny Venonat. This Venonat is a region exclusive form, and it has some special typing and some move typings, but it is a shiny Pokemon. If you look at the shiny sprite, its only difference is that it has blue eyes, and that's all it is. But our second shiny Pokemon is in the bag, and we've caught it. Now moving on from there, we're going to do a bit of training, obviously inside of Roxanne's gym and outside of Rustboro City. And once we're done finally leveling up our Eevee to level 17, where it gets Metal Claw, of course, we're going back into Roxanne's gym and facing off against the first gym leader. Now, we actually end up getting pretty close to her. We take a few attempts at beating down Roxanne, but sometimes it's just not enough, and we just lose to RNG. Anyways, we're going to start the battle against Roxanne. We're going to start the battle using our Eevee against her. She can start the battle using an Aeron. I want to Metal Claw down the Aeron using my Eevee. Maybe I get an attack boost so I gain some more XP. Once the Geodude comes out, I do not want to lower my speed, so I want to switch out into my Venonat. I do have double team on this, so I want to Confuse right down the Geodude. It hits itself in Confusion. Then I want to double team up. Then it's going to miss his Rock Tomb, luckily. Then I'm able to Fan Attack it down, and it's going to hit itself in Confusion continuously, and eventually I'm able to knock it out using Fan Attack. Next up, it's going to send out a Rhyhorn next, and I completely destroy this with RNG. Confuse Ray it, it's going to miss his Rock Tomb, then I'm going to Fan Attack it. I just need to do enough damage to Eevee to knock it out, but it's going to hit itself in Confusion, and then eventually I can outstall it and knock it out using Fan Attack, and we beat Roxanne without needing Eevee in the back at all. So Venom off, doing the dash right there. After that, we're going to get Pico back, the Wingo, for the old man, the Sailor Man. And then we're going to have access into Dewford City next. In Dewford Island, there's a few things for us. There's a whole new route for us. The gym leaders here, they need help with a Team Magma and Team Aqua. We gotta clear through this. I mean, we brought one Pokemon on accident, but that would be okay because this Merkle destroys the Team Magma grunts over there, and that's how we have access to the second gym. Now, the second gym is completely reworked. I'm not too sure why they got rid of Brawly, but I don't mind because this gym is a lot easier than I expected. This gym is a Dark type gym, and we can go in here. We have a Bug type Pokemon, we should be fine. We also have a decently tanky Pokemon in Eevee. Before we head into the second gym of the game, we want to attach some Oran Berries to our Pokemon. Again, hell items are allowed, but not bag items. We gotta utilize that to the best we can as we head into the second gym of the game. The second gym leader will be a dark type gym leader. We're gonna start the battle using our Eevee against his Murkrow. We're gonna decide to Metal Claw down, try to look for an attack boost, does not get it. Then I'm gonna quick attack down the Murkrow, and then it's gonna send out a Sneasel, sack my Eevee to the Sneasel, and then send in my Venonat. Signal Beam will knock it out in 2 shots, as you see. Super effective moves. Get my Oran Berry up to green HP. Then it's gonna send out his Houndour. I Confuse Ray. It hits itself in confusion, and then I mean, it's just gonna hit itself in confusion, knock itself out. So I cannot complain on that. Once we're done with the second gym, we're gonna head into Dewford Cave, meet up with Steven Stone, do a little training. I try to see if I can get lucky, try to find a shiny Pokemon. Do not find it. But we're gonna head back into Rustboro City, and we're able to get the XP share from the chairman. After that, we're gonna head into Slateport City's beach, and the beach in Normandy. We're just gonna battle through this. Well, we actually blacked out. I don't want to show it because it's kind of embarrassing, but I blacked out in the little soda club house, so I don't want to show that. Anyways, moving on. Team Aqua is completely chilling in the museum, so we gotta clear them all over here. Then we have access to the next route and head into Malwell City. In Malwell City, there's the third gym for us in here. The third gym for us will be the electric gym. I'm not too sure why they didn't change this one, but they changed the second gym, but I'm okay with it. In here, I do a lot of training against the trainers, and my Venonat will evolve into a Venomoth. I'm not too sure the variant form of this, but it's a new variant. Anyways, we got a Venomoth. It looks like a whole, I think if anyone's seen Mothman, it definitely looks like Mothman. But anyways, we're gonna head into the next gym of the game. This is the third gym of the game. We're gonna face off against Watson, the electric type gym leader, and we're gonna start the battle using our newly acquired Mothman. We want Hypnosis down to Luxio first, but we missed, so I don't know, cannot blame it RNG. We're gonna reset into Luxio falls asleep. So eventually, once Luxio falls asleep, I'm able to hit it down with Dark Pulse, and then it's gonna stay asleep, so I can knock it out without taking any damage. Then it's gonna send as Electrode. It decides to just explode out of the gate, so I'm like, oh, I guess it worked. Anyways, it can send out his Manectric next. I decided to Dark Pulse it. It gets a Howl Up. I'm like, ooh, this does not look good. Luckily enough, I do survive getting my cheek clap. Then I knock it out using Dark Pulse, and then it's gonna send out his Magnezone. I put it to sleep because I outspeed it. And luckily enough, I do Dark Post it down. 3 Dark Poses will knock it out. It's gonna wake up, overcharge me. It's gonna knock me out, but it get paralyzed in return. So I sent out my Eevee, I bite it, I flinched it, and then I bite it again. And we beat Watson using our Eevee. Now, since the biggest threat to us is kind of just neutralized, we don't need to worry about electric type Pokemons anymore. So I decided it's my best interest to get a Water Stone from the game corner and evolve my Eevee into a Vaporeon. Shiny pink Vaporeon, I don't mind with that. We're going to train up our Pokemon a little more. We get to mid-30s, I believe, so that's a decent level. We're going to come across a problem, though. The problem is that I'm bad at Pokemon games and I blacked out. But also, there is a rock smashing area that we cannot get past through, and none of our Pokemon can learn Rock Smash. So I need to go back, find something that can learn Rock Smash. I decided to look around, and nothing in the grass is consistent enough, so I decided to go into the cave over here and decided to search up for Whismurs. I get a Whismur pretty fast, and Whismur alone cannot learn Rock Smash, but Loudreds can, so I decided to catch myself a Whismur, put it on my team, fight against the trainer, evolve it up into a Loudred, and I can finally have a Pokemon that uses Rock Smash. I just needed something that uses the HM. I don't even want Loudred on my team, but you'll see it actually grow on me eventually. Once it evolves, it will grow on me, and I'll tell you when it becomes very useful. Anyways, from there, we're going to head through the routes, clear through all this, head into Fall Arbor Town, and no, there's no shiny Pokemon. Where's my free shiny Pokemon? The odds should be better for me. It's way harder to still find it. But anyways, we're gonna go through that. We're gonna head into Mount Chimney next. We're gonna face off against Maxie, and we put down Maxie pretty. We do put down Maxie pretty easily using my Megamoth thing. But outside of that, my Pokemon get destroyed. Anyways, from there, though, we're going to head into Lava Ridge Town next. In Lava Ridge Town, though, there is a gym for us, the 4th gym leader of the game, which is going to be Flannery, the Fire-type gym leader. And we're going to face off against her, starting off with my Vaporeon, against her Larvesta. It would have been cool if she just have Volcarona. Just pull it out of there. It's going to Bubble Beam it. It's going to one-shot it, knock out. Then it's going to send us Camera Up, and I'm like, okay, not making too much sense, one-shot it. Then it's going to send us Rapidash. I Bubble Beam it again. I get low, and then Quick Attack knocks it out. I get burned, though, which is unfortunate. Then it's going to send out its Fire Skarmory. Very cool. I survived 2 Flare Blitz, and then knock it out using Bubble Beam. And that's the end of Flannery. So, well, it was a great choice picking Vaporeon up instead of any other evolution. Anyways, from there though, we're gonna head all the way back into Petalburg City. There's nothing else for us to do. I mean, that's about it. I mean, we're gonna head into Norman's gym, the 5th gym leader of the game. We're just gonna clear through all the trainers, get some nice XP for our Pokemon because Logic really needs it, and then we're gonna face off against Norman. Now Norman's gonna be the 5th gym leader of the game, the Normal type gym leader, and we're gonna start the battle using our Vaporeon against his Lanoon. We're gonna Bubble Beam him down. I don't know why Aurora Beam, but it actually works out because I live a Facade with Aurora Beam stat decrease, and then I Bubble Beam it, knock out the Lanoon, and we survive it. Blissey comes on next. I send out my Loudred. Loudred has Rock Smash. It should knock it out in 2 shots. I was expecting 1, but Rock Smash is a very weak move. I knock it out. Then I'm going to sacrifice my Loudred to the Slacking because I really need it. Anyways, send out my Megamoth next, my Venomoth. Hypnosis down to Slacking and then double team in its face. And then eventually I'm able to just keep it asleep on his off turns. It hits me with a Giga Impact. Does a lot of damage. I decided to just double team up again. Might be a little cheap, but I got to get rid of the Slacking. It's too big of a threat. Dark Pulse would knock it down. Eventually, it just barely. I gotta put it back to sleep. Eventually, I would knock it out. Eventually, I'll knock it out using Dark Pulse, and then his final Pokemon will be an Exploud. Hey, we want that on the team. Anyways, we outspeed it. We're gonna put it to sleep, and then we're gonna Dark Pulse it, Hive Mind, and we get the 5th gym badge of the game. Also, Facade. Not gonna be too useful. We actually get something more important, which is Hm03 Surf. Now with Surf, there's a lot more possibilities for us. We got a lot of more items. We want to start off by going north of Rustboro City into this route, and in this route there is a cave for us, and in this cave we gotta do a bunch of puzzles. I love puzzles, so we gotta do these puzzles. I took like, I don't know, 20 minutes to do these puzzles. They're kind of fun, but once we clear through all the puzzles though, we go through a Kabuto, an Omnite, an Aerodactyl, and then a Ho-Oh. I was expecting Lugia for the last one, but we don't get the Lugia. But once we're done with all the puzzles, we are able to get a shiny gem. Now, what does this shiny gem do? Once you collect the shiny gem, it is finished. It is a key item, which means it's not usable. It's just stick on you. It's just like a shiny charm. It increases the chances of you getting a shiny Pokemon by half. So instead of 1 in 1,000, it is 1 in 500. So it should be pretty easy for us from now on. Anyways, we are going to escape from here. We're going to go into the abandoned ship, clear through the abandoned ship, get some nice XP from it, and get the Ice Beam TM from here. And then head into the power plant. Clear through the power plant, beat down Raikou, and then activate the switch. Next up, we're going to head into the Weather Institute over here near Fortress City. Luckily enough, we run into another shiny Pokemon. Our first random encounter is a Tropius, so we are going to catch that. I mean, I don't really need Tropius on the team. I guess it's good for Fly, but I don't know how to use Tropius any other way, because I mean, Citrus Berry, I guess there's nothing for me to do. I really have no idea how to use Tropius, but we caught a Tropius on the team, and it's on the team now. Anyways, from there though, we're going to head into the Weather Institute. I mean, just clear through all the Team Aqua Grunts in here, clear through Shelly. That's easy fight, and face off against a rival. This is where Goated Tropius starts to shine. Magical Leaf destroys Blastoise after I get it paralyzed, and it 2-shots him, actually 3-shots him with a little chip damage. Anyways, we're gonna head into the next gym of the game, the 6th gym leader of the game, which is Winnolan's gym, the flying type gym leader. We gotta clear through a puzzle, get some XP from it, of course, and then face off against her in her own gym. Now we're going to start the battle against Winnow using our Vaporeon. We're going to Ice Beam down the Swallow, knock it out. Then it's going to send out Tropius. Ice Beam will knock it out. She's not really learning. Then it's going to send out Pelipper. Now we get the ball rolling. I set out my X-Ball. Shockwave would knock out the Pelipper. And then it's going to send us Togekiss. I'm like, I should have just kept Ice Beaming. Why didn't I just start Ice Beam? I could knock it out. But then it's going to knock out my X-Ball with Aura Spirit. And then smart idea from me. Send out Tropius and then sack it so it gets more XP back. Great. It's going to Wish Up, get its full HP back. Send in my Vaporeon. Luckily, Vaporeon can 2-shot it using Ice Beam. And we knock out the Togekiss. As he sends out his Dodrio next, Brave Bird would knock me out, and I'm like, please Venomoth, do something. It survives a Brave Bird just barely, and then Dark Pulse would knock out the Dodrio. As we beat Winona, and my Bug-type Pokemon clutches it up for me, and I'm just more confused than ever. Anyways, we're going to head into the rainy routes next, and we get all the training done for us. I mean, nothing too much. We're close to level 50 already, and then the opponent Pokemons are close to level 40, so I guess we're kind of over level. Anyways, we're going to head into Lilyco City, establish a hub there, and then head into the Ghost Tower. It's pretty useful, and then head into Mount Pyre next. In Mount Pyre, there are a bunch of Team Aqua Grunts over here. Yeah, clear through them, get the Magma Emblem, and then head into the Team Magma hideout. In the Team Magma hideout, we're gonna face off against Tabitha. Let's beat down Tabitha real quick. I get Hydro Cannon on my Vaporeon. I guess it's a starter, but it's kind of cool. I got a Hydro Cannon. Anyways, we're gonna face off against Maxi next, and well, I mean, Maxi, I have a low HP. I just basically sack 2 of my Pokemon, and somehow I still take the dub against him. I use my Bug type against the Fire type and won. This Bug type is so strong. Anyways, we beat Maxi, and now he's kind of embarrassed. Now we're gonna head into the Team Aqua hideout next. Clear through the Team Aqua hideout as fast as we can, because we just need a Master Ball. Clear through this, and then finally we're able to progress through the waters into Moss Deep City next. In Moss Deep City, there is the 7th gym for us against Tate and Liza. Before we head into Tate and Liza, we're going to face off against the gym trainers in here, get our Pokemon up to the highest level we can, and then face off against Tate and Liza. Tate and Liza will be a double battle fight for the 7th gym badge, so we're going to start the battle using my Venomoth and my X-Bot. I thought this battle would be a lot harder, so I decided to send out a hard hitter. Send out my Venomoth. Hive Mind will knock out the Hypno in one shot, and I'm like, okay. So I decided to Hyper Voice, try to do some chip damage. I don't know, for some reason I thought this was a big threat, so I double attacked the Sorobot, just knock it out completely, and then Ice Beam down on Lunatone. I'm like, the sun is up. Should I just switch into Tropius? I mean, my X-Bot's asleep. Why not just switch into Tropius? Why not at this point? So I'm gonna switch out into my Tropius. I'm gonna Hive Mind down to the Grumpig, and then Solar Beam will knock out the Lunatone. And now we just gotta wait until the Grumpig comes down, and then we'll knock it out. And we beat Tate and Liza. I swear Tate and Liza was harder. I don't know why, what was going on, but we beat Tate and Liza pretty easily. Now we've been spending a lot of time. We need a new Pokemon. We're kind of over leveled, so I decided to go back into the desert and then try to find some new shiny Pokemon. We actually got what we wanted. We wanted a Trapinch, so we found ourselves a Trapinch, a shiny Trapinch in here, and I'm like, we gotta catch this. We catch this, and it's over. We got a shiny Trapinch for ourselves. That's so cool. Anyways, we're gonna head into the double battle fight against Maxi and Courtney, the 2 Team Magma leaders of this game. We're gonna take this time to train up my Trapinch. Of course, Trapinch got the XP share, and no one on our side loses a single Pokemon. Not Steven, not me. This double battle fight was a waste of time. I'm just gonna say this, but it was a free XP, so I'm gonna take it. Once we beat Team Magma, we're going to head into the water routes. In this game, luckily, we can replace HMs for other HMs, so I don't have to deal with this. So I could just switch in between different HMs, and we're good. Anyways, we're going to clear through the Team Aqua cavern over here, and then go save the world. Just save the world real quick. Head into the 8th gym, of course. The 8th gym will be a water gym. We got to get the XP going. We gotta get the XP going. Face off against the 8th gym leader. I do not know why the champion and the 8th gym leader are both water types, but it is what it is. We're gonna face off against Juan. Juan's gonna be 8th gym leader. We're gonna start the battle using our Venomoth against his Mantine. We're gonna Hypnosis down to Mantine and then Calm Mind in front of him. Disrespect. I get 5 Calm Minds up in front of him as he wakes up and scald me to put him back to sleep. Just gotta put him to bed. Then I could Dark Pulse, knock him out in one shot. Then can send his Wish Cash. Dark Pulse, knock that thing out in one shot. Politoed comes on next. Dark Pulse will knock that thing out in one shot as well. Send us Crawdon. Hive Mind will one shot it, and then send out his Kingdra. Outspeed. Dark Pulse. Outpowered. We beat Juan. And now we are heading into Victory Road next. Not after we get a full team. We are missing 1 Pokemon out of our team members. So I decided to go out into the waters. It is a guaranteed Pokemon. I wanted a shiny Gyarados. So I decided to just hunt here for a little bit, find ourselves a shiny Magikarp eventually. Boom. And then I'm like, okay, time to catch this. Master Ball it up. We got our final shiny Pokemon of the game, which is going to be a Magikarp, and we're going to head into Victory Road next. Clear through Victory Road. It's pretty simple. Beat down Wally, and then put 10 rare candies on top of our Vibrava, because I want to evolve it into a Flygon, and then it'll be into like middle of the pack of level 50s where it's caught up to my team. The Elite Four will over level me, obviously, but I mean, it should be fine. I don't want to spend too much time evolving my Magikarp, but it's just on my team as Intimidate. It's going to be useful. And then I gotta do some final preparations. There is a cavern in Lilico City, as you can see over here, where they kind of sell us some expensive items. These items involves a Curse Sash, which just negates the first attack that gets hit by it. So that'll be really useful. We're gonna get 5 of those. We're gonna be done preparing our Pokemon for the worst. Just have it as an emergency case. But we're gonna head into the Elite Four next. In the Elite Four, our first challenge will be against Phoebe. Phoebe's gonna be the Ghost type Elite Four member. They just kind of got rid of Sydney for no reason, but I don't mind that. We're gonna start the battle against Phoebe using our X-Cloud. We taught a Shadow Ball right before this battle. We're able to match up against her pretty well. We're gonna Shadow Ball down to Dusclops. We're gonna 2-shot it actually. Well, 3-shot it. I take it back. 3-shot it would knock it out. Then it's considered as Bayonet. Unfortunately, it will-o-wisp me, but I'm able to 2-shot it down, knock it out. Then it's considered as Dustnor. Oh, easily I 2-shot this thing. It rests for no reason on the first turn, and then I knock it out, and then it goes down. Then it's considered as Gengar next. Obviously, Gengar would knock me out, but something in the back. I have a Dark type in the back. I have a Venomoth. I'm going to Calm Mind in front of it, and then Dark Pulse would knock him out. Then he's going to send out his Lantern. Dark Pulse would 1-shot that thing as well. And Cofagri is in the back, 1-shot it. And we beat Phoebe. Yeah, pretty quick battle, not gonna lie. Our first debut battle, we knock it out. And now we're gonna head into the Grass Elite Four member of the game. We're gonna start the battle using our X-Cloud against her. We're gonna overheat, knock out the Sunflora. It's easy. Then it's gonna send out Shuckle. This Shuckle gets very annoying. It starts toxicking down my Vaporeon. It actually gets a lot of my Pokemons in Toxic. Toxics down my X-Cloud, Toxics down my Tropius, and I'm like, oh, this is not working. Nothing is working right now. So I decide to eventually just sack my Tropius against the Shuckle. It's gonna knock it down. Then send in my Flygon as it rests up. I'm able to Dragon Dance in front of him. Then I'm able to Outrage him as he Leech Seed me. And then Outrage again will knock him out. And finally the Shuckle is gone from me. And then she sends out Meganium for no reason. Outrage will 1-shot it as I have like 2 Dragon Dances up against him. I don't want to risk my Flygon, so I want to switch out into my Vaporeon against the Vileplume. Take the Solar Beam, it's fine. Switch out into my X-Cloud. Overheat will knock him out, as you see. Then this can sound is Renewclus. I'm like, sack my Gyarados, I guess, and then switch back into my X-Cloud. Sunny Day is up. It's a free overheat, boost up. It does not knock him out though. It has low red HP, and I'm kind of annoyed by that, but should be fine. I decide to Outrage in front of him and knock him out. Then this can sound as Ferrothorn next. It's chipping down on me, and eventually I am able to sack my Venomoth against him. Put him to sleep does not work. I mean, he outstalls my Venomoth, but once I switch into Flygon, he has no attacks to hit me at all. So I'm just getting Dragon Dance in front of him as he tries to Thunder Wave, and then Earthquake will 1-shot him to the face and knock him out. Next up, we're going to head into the third Elite Four member of the game, which is against Glacier. Pretty standard. The Ice type Elite Four member. We're going to start the battle using our X-Cloud. Hyper Voice does not get me too far, so I'm like, I got to get out of here. Switching to my Tropius, it just dies. I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign. Switching to my Vaporeon, I decided to Scald it. I don't know why. I thought it had Water Resort, but it didn't, so I'm just going to keep Scalding. Switch out into Frostlass. I get a burn. It heals itself up. I almost knock it out using Scald, and then it can switch back into his Lapras, gets burned, and I'm like, okay. I'm going to Hydro Cannon right here. Sack my Vaporeon to knock out the Lapras, which is worth it. It's going to send out as Crystal Steelix. I'm like, oh. Switch out into my Gyarados to lower its attack stat, and then switch into my X-Cloud. I decided to Dragon Breath it instead of Ice Beaming it. I get it paralyzed, and then I decided to overheat, do a lot of chip damage to it. I can keep overheating, free damage, free smoke. Switch out into my Flygon. I need 1 Dragon Dance off, and luckily enough, it does get paralyzed with the paralysis. I'm able to get a Dragon Dance off on it, and then I'm able to Earthquake, knock him out. Then it can switch out into Frostlass. I outspeed it, obviously. Earthquake will knock him out. Switch out his Mamoswine. I'm able to do a large chip damage to it, but it does not knock him out. As I send in my Venomoth, I Dark Pulse, knock out the Mamoswine. Then it can send out his Wolverine. I'm like, I could put this to sleep. Put it to sleep. Calm Mind up in front of it. It's getting cursed in front of me. I'm like, nah, go back to sleep. You gotta go back to sleep, buddy. Calm Mind up. Just wakes up first turn all the time. So I keep putting it to sleep. Eventually, I get 3 Calm Minds up. I get Paranoid, Dark Pulse, 2-shot will knock him out. Then it's Consent as Glalie next. I'm able to 2-shot as well. Tries to substitute for no reason, but I'm able to knock it out, and Glacier is down. Next up, we're going to head into the final Elite Four member of the game, which is against Drake. Drake's going to be a Dragon type Elite Four member. We're going to start the battle using our Vaporeon against his Dragonite. We're going to freeze the Dragonite, and then break his multi-scale as he Dragon Dances up against me, and then Ice Beam will knock him out. I don't know what he's trying to do. Then he can send out his Evolved Dunsparce, which has Thunder, and it just obliterates me. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was invited to the party. Send out my Tropius, and he gets 1-shotted to the face. I mean, I kind of stall out. Actually, I take it back. I stall it out a little bit. I get it paralyzed, so it's really useful. Switch out into my X-Cloud next. X-Cloud obviously has Ice Beam. Large variety move. Ice Beam will knock him out. Then he can send out his Flygon. I'm able to survive a Draco Meteor, and Ice Beam almost knocks him out. 2-shot would knock him out. Then he can send out his Garchomp, puts me down, of course. Switch out into my Flygon. I don't know who I think I was, but luckily enough, I survived a Dragon Claw against him. And then Outrage would knock out the Garchomp. Outrage would knock out the Dragapult, which really cool sprite. And then Outrage would knock out the Salamence as we beat Drake. And we're going to head into the Champion now. Champion is the final member in the Elite Four. So we're going to do a little preparation. We're going to stand in the Champion's room and face off against Wallace. Wallace can be the Water type Elite Four member. We're going to start the battle using our Tropius. I thought it was a good idea. Then it pulled out Ice Beam and then knock out my Tropius, and then I didn't think it was a good idea. So I decided to switch into my X-Cloud, Hyper Voice with 2-shot, knock out the Wayload. Should have started with that, I swear. Then it's considered as Ludicolo. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. I mean, sack my Gyarados against him, because, just sack it. And then I decided to switch back into my X-Cloud for no reason, because I thought Ludicolo was going to do something crazy. Did not do it. So I decided to Hyper Voice it down, get him down to low HP. Decided to switch out into my Mothman. Dark Pulse would knock him out. Any move I used would knock him out, but I decided to put it to sleep and then Calm Mind in front of it so I could take any hits, of course, and then Hive Mind would knock him out. I get paranoid for no reason. It's considered I was Witch Cache. I should have just kept Calm Minding up, but I 2-shot it, knock it out using Dark Pulse. Then it's considered as Tentacruel. I decided to Hypnosis it down. Unfortunately, it's going to Thunderclap knock me out, so I'm like, switch out into my Flygon. Dragon is in front of it, survive a Liquidate luckily, and then I'm able to Earthquake, knock out a Tentacruel. And then the Milotic comes out next. I decide to Outrage it, do the most chip damage, and then it's gonna Surf me, knock me out. Switch out into my Vaporeon. I don't know why. I Scald it, and then it's gonna keep just trying to use Water move against me. So the last Pokemon on his team will be a Gyarados. I decided to use Skull against the Gyarados. I burned the Gyarados, and then I'm like, oh, do I live any attack? Earthquake does no damage at all. And here are you seeing this is a gold medal finals. We beat Pokemon Blazing Emerald using only shiny Pokemon. Nope, there is one more final battle. There's one more final battle against Red in Meteor Falls. This is replacing the Steven fight, of course. We're in reset because our Pokemon are grossly under level, as you see, level 50s, of course. Eventually, I'm able to freeze down the Pikachu. Once the Pikachu is frozen, I switch into my Flygon. I'm able to Dragon Dance 6 times in front of him, or unless he breaks out, and then I got reset. But 6 Dragon Dance in front of him, Earthquake will knock him out. Then he can send out his Blastoise. I misclick. I don't know why I chose Fly, but Fly will actually crit, knock out the Blastoise, so I'm like, oh, okay, so I don't mind with that. Then it's gonna send out his Lapras. I have a Curse Sash on, so I negate the first attack, so I can Outrage it, survive a Surf, and then Outrage again will knock him out. Then it's gonna send out Snorlax. I barely not knock out the Snorlax as he knocks me out with Blizzard. I should have just swept him, but it's fine. Sending my Tropius next, I'm able to Bias knock out the Snorlax. Then it's gonna send out his Venusaur out against me. I'm able to Curse Sash it, deflate it, and then I'll try to go for a Paralyze using Body Slam. Does not work. I go down, and then I decide to switch out into my X-Cloud. And then I'm able to Ice Beam down the Venusaur just a little bit. It gets low on HP, so I'm like, switch out into my Venomoth. I'm able to get a Calm Mind up in front of it. I'm able to get a Dark Post in front of it, then it's gonna get paralyzed, then I'm able to Dark Post it once again, knock it out. Then Red's final Pokemon will be against Charizard. I'm like, ooh, I could survive any hit. Luckily it misses a Fire Blast on the first turn. I'm Hypnosis it down, get one Calm Mind in front of it, and then I'm like, Dark Post, got Dark Post. Doesn't wake up, and then Flare Blitz me. I take the hit using the Curse Sash, and then I'm able to knock it out, and then it misses another move, and I'm like, Dark Post. I don't take any damage on my Venomoth, and we beat Red just like that. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's an easy fight, but, well, I feel like there's a little more there. But anyways, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. We beat a Pokemon Blazing Emerald using only shiny Pokemon. Yo, these shiny Pokemon were actually a unique team. I will not lie. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge videos just like this one, and subscribe if you guys are not already. It'll greatly help my channel. And I'm out. Peace. Thank you.